Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Hacking Self-Storage. As you can tell, if you're watching it, it's not morning when I'm recording it. It's actually 8 o'clock at night on Sunday evening. Boy, isn't it getting dark quick now? Okay, so last week, take a sigh, a relief. It is back to business as usual. It's been a fantastic, no, scrap that. It's been a terrific week. It's been absolutely lovely. As you know, in August, and I'm going to do a monthly review on Wednesday as well, so we're going to go through all the monthly figures. We lost 2,000 square foot in August, which is, I can't believe I've even been saying that. 2,000 square foot in August. That just doesn't happen. The way I've been explaining to people is we've had an inflation in terms of the amount of people that occupy our self-storage facility during COVID. And so we might have gone from, I don't know, from taking 60 grand a month to boom, 77 grand a month. A massive impact of COVID for us was a positive one. And all of a sudden, that inflation, that impact has to worn a little bit, and it's just come down by a little bit in August. That's all that's happened, and it's reverting back to the norm. And so this week has been terrific. It really has, because if I'm honest, I was like, September, students move out. Is that going to have a big impact on us? What's going to happen? Is it going to be another tough month? I didn't know what was going to happen, but I've had calls, I've had meetings with different people, different owners, and it's we're in a very, very good place, and I'm really, really happy. So let's get in the weekly figures then. It's Hacking Self-Storage. Have I said it? It's Hacking Self-Storage. I'm Dean Booty, and what I do is I open up and tell you literally everything about my business. The reason I do this is I got asked the other day, why did I do it? And I thought, do you know what? I don't actually know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't do any courses or anything like that. I'm not trying to sell anything. And so what is the reason I do it? And I was like, I don't know. Is it ego? Maybe, probably. But also, I do think that I know what it's like to have a business that has gone belly up. And not belly up, it didn't go bust or anything like that, but I literally lost my life savings with Lazo, the restaurant. And so I know what it feels like to wake up every day and genuinely feel like a failure. Look at my wife and think she could do better. Look at my kids and think they could have a better dad, and think that I'm not the person. God, I could get emotional. I'm not the person to lead this family. And so I know what it feels like to be in that situation. And if I can just help one person get the confidence to start a self-storage facility and impact their life the way self-storage has impacted my life, would be absolutely incredible. This isn't a brag whatsoever. When I opened the restaurant, we was doing really, really well. We were looking at new houses. We were looking to move from my first marital home, which was £260,000. Now I've got like a man cave with a pool table, a bar, bandits, a massive big telly. It's just all because of self-storage. It's over £1 million house. I've got a 3G football pitch in my garden. I overlook the farmer's field and stuff. And I know that sounds like a brag, and it sounds like a dicky thing to say, but I'm just trying to get across that I know what it's like to be in a shitty situation and feel like there's no way out. And self-storage has massively helped me, and it's given me a great standard of living. And if I can pass that across to just one other person, then do you know what? I'm over the moon. By the way, I read a comment, and I will reply to your comment, by the way, on LinkedIn. I read a comment today, I think it was, and somebody put, love your content or something, immature, entertaining or something. I was like, immature? What do you mean immature? Immature? Oh, sort you out, kiddo. Yeah, I'm definitely, you nailed it, basically. Yeah, so, yes, but the reason I do this podcast is because I just want to motivate somebody to take action and open a self-storage, because we are at the very, very start of this wave. Yes, it had been beneficial to open self-storage 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago. But I promise you look back in 5 years' time and think, why didn't I get on that wave? Because this wave will continue to grow. There's still loads of growth here. The square foot per capita in America is, depending on where you read and where you read, it's between 9 square foot per capita. And in England, it's 0.78 or 0.77, whatever it is, 0.7 something, 0.78, I think it is. That's incredible. I'm not saying that we're ever going to get to America's standards, but we're certainly going to get past the 2. We're certainly going to get past the 3 square foot per capita, supply of self-storage per capita. And so I think there's an astounding amount of growth in this industry right now. And there is going to be for the next few years. But the one thing you need to do, I keep saying it, you need to skill up. We need to skill up all the time. Because if we're not skilling up, then guess what? The people who are going to be opening up in 5-10 years' time and being our competitors, They will bring other industry knowledge. Right now, we can be a poor operator and still make very, very good money. But that won't be the same in future years. Right, anyway, stop talking, Dean. Let's get on with it. So last week for Willerby, don't forget, we do Clough Road figures tomorrow as well. The amount of quotes were 42. So we had 6 quotes per day, which is really, really strong, really good numbers. We're in the process of opening another site. And as you know, I was thinking, should I open it? Shouldn't I not open it? Should we go for it? It's a big investment. It's going to be nearly £1 million to fit out and commit to. It's a long lease. It's a 6-figure lease per year. But it's in a great location, a great area. And I went backwards and forwards. I went on holiday, and that's all I could think about on holiday was, should I do it? Shouldn't I do it? And I know the competitors are doing very, very well in the area as well. And just weeks like this really helped me believe that I'm doing the right thing by opening. Dan Bradbury said to me, are you in self-storage for short-term or long-term? I said, long-term. And he goes, so do you think long-term self-storage will be a positive industry, a profitable industry? And I said, absolutely, of course it will be, 100%. And he says, so what's the question then? It's 100% a yes. You never ever time a market. You can't time a market. It's impossible to time a market because there'll always be something, some negative lurking around the corner that's something you can worry about. So again, what I'm going to do is we will document the whole process again, from opening to maturity, hopefully. Right, well, hopefully, we definitely will do. Right, so quotes per day, 6 per day, number of reservations. Record-breaking, 23 reservations. I don't know if that's actually record-breaking, but it feels pretty much record-breaking. 23 reservations. That's a conversion rate of, check this out, 55%, 54.76% conversion rate. Incredible. Well done, team. That's amazing. That is fantastic. I'm over the moon. 23 reservations, 55% conversion. You what? We'll take that every single day of the week. Number of move-ins. We had 9 move-ins for a conversion rate of, number of forward move-ins out of those 23 was 9. So that means you've done the paperwork, etc., because they're less likely to cancel all the reservations, less likely to be expired, and they're more likely to step foot in your facility and take that unit. So that is a conversion rate of forward move-ins of 39%. Not bad, but it depends. Some people moved in straight away and stuff, so that dilutes the figures. So number of new move-ins, we had 12 move-ins this week. Again, really, really pleased with that. That was a 29% conversion rate. Square foot moved in. Here's an absolute beauty. Square foot moved in was 1,415 square foot. That is new move-ins only. We had 5 other move-ins, which meant that's people taking extra rooms, moving sizes, etc. That means in total, we had 1,665 square foot moved in 1 week. Beautiful. Number of times the van was rented out, the Luton was rented out 3 times. That's it. So don't know what's happened there, but obviously there's 4 other days that it wasn't rented out, but it could have been. Where did our quotes come from? I'm glad you asked. I have the figures right here. 31 quotes came from Google. That is 74%. 3 came from word of mouth. That's 7. Passing by was 6. That's 14%. Beverly 24 and used before was 1. That's 2%. And social media, estate agents, removals, and blog was 0. So the most important bit, square foot moved in, 1665. Square foot moved out. Are you ready for this? 610. Yes. Come on. So we was 1,055 square foot up last week. Beautiful. Genuinely. As you can tell, I'm very, very made up about it because obviously losing 2,000 square foot, it cut me deep. It hurt. But yeah, 1,000 square foot last week, 1,055 square foot. And the great thing is Beverly did really, really well as well. Beverly gained maybe 400 square foot, the smaller facility. We're over 90% full there, which is wonderful. Clough Road, however, it didn't have a good week. So we can never get all 3 having a great week. But I'll take it. I'll take it because Willerby was such a positive week. So we're going to Clough Roads tomorrow. Right, so 1,055 square foot was in Willerby. The reason why, by the way, I don't do Beverly site is because there's not many move-ins, not many move-outs, so there's no point in me. It's a mature site. It's been open 11 years now, and so there's no point in me going through it because it's just boring. It's just not boring. It's great to call a business, a profitable business, boring, but yeah, there's not a lot of quotes. I think we had 9 quotes this week, which is a lot for Beverly, and yeah, 400 square foot moved in, something like that. So there's not a lot of move-ins and move-outs. So I don't think I'd give it any value, although it's a mature site, and that's what you can expect with a mature site. You get less volatility. Right, so amount of rooms moved in was 17. Amount of rooms moved out was 8. This is internal rooms. So total number of internal rooms is 345 occupied. Containers in 7, containers out 1. We've got 44 containers rented out. So that means that yeah, out of 52, we've got 44 rented out, 4 car parking spaces still. Occupancy, we're back above the 80% mark, 80.35%. Like I told you before, we're never, ever, ever, I think I told you this in March, we're never going below that 80% mark ever. That is it. It's nailed up. That's it. We're staying above there now forever. We'll see. Average sales for merchandise per move-in, £28.51. So we aim for 25 quid. So that's good. Insurance. How's your insurance going, boys and girls? Because insurance is somewhere that I think most people listening to this could improve. We took £69,000 of insurance last week, and that was an average of £5,750 per client, which is golden. We want to be above that £5,000 worth, £5,000 worth of cover, and we hit it there. Right, amount of move-ins due, not fantastic for next week. We've got 9 move-ins due for 710 square foot. Move-outs, we've got 10 move-outs for 895. I still think it's going to be a positive week. I reckon that September is going to be 15, 16, 1700 positive. I hope so. And that obviously negates what happened in August as well. Right, let's have a look. For some reason, whatever reason, I don't know, but we haven't got the I just got a message from Vanessa. I call her V, and she was on today, and she's told me that we haven't got from the company who look at our actual records of website visitors and stuff for Google Analytics, because I like to look at the reports, but I don't like to go digging for the reports. I like people to send me them. I can just see them. Whatever reason, they haven't sent us them yet, so I can't tell you what percentage of people came onto the site, etc., and went through the quote and then conversions and move-ins. I can't tell you any of that at the minute. But what I can tell you is that was a great filler space, by the way, because it took ages for that sheet to load up, the revenue sheet, and here it is. So total for all 3 stores, we took £24,350.74 last week. Not the best week in terms of revenue, but we'll have a good week this week, I surmise. Ooh, surmise, never used that. All right, weekly revenue, £3,589.51. Clough Road, £3,445.24 at Beverley, with no bounce direct debits at Beverley, which is wicked. Willerby, we had £17,315.99, and bounce direct debits at Willerby was £293.80, so not too bad there. Let's just check one more sheet for you guys. I have the move out price increase report. So it basically tells me how many move outs we've had and when we did the price increase, because what we want to know is that, yes, revenue management is key. Putting prices up for existing customers, we have to do that. We have to have some policy in place, but you've also got to be mindful because of the economic climate, because of everything going up. We don't want to see we don't want to see us putting up prices the way we do to existing customers every 9 months. We don't want to see that have a negative effect on our occupancy. So what we do, and what I recommend everybody does, is have a sheet every single week or every single month and go through it and have a look when they give their notice and when you last put their price increase in. So this is actually the first time I'm looking at it. Notice, oh God, right, 8th of the 11th of the 8th. So that's, yeah, so we give one of them a price increase a month ago and they moved out, we give no notice. And then the other one, we give them a price increase in May. So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 move outs this week. And only 2 of those have been given price increases. So basically the first person who gets a price when you first come in, you get a price increase in the first 6 months. And then you get a price increase every 9 months after that, and it's 12% increase. So that is great revenue management. I know people who are a lot more aggressive than me and seem to do very, very well. But I think we've hit the Goldilocks as well, because you don't want to obviously take advantage of your customers, because that's never ever what you want to do. You want to make sure that you've got the correct revenue management in place, but you've also got to be fair as well. And I think we are. So yeah. So we've had 5 customers with no price increase, which means they've been storing with us for less than 6 months. You get over the 6-month marker, and I'd like to think that then they become more likely to be long-term. Our average of customer stay at the minute, do you know what, I'm going to butcher it, I can't remember. I think it's 10 months. And we obviously will want to, if you're asking America, then it's over a year. So I do believe that people will start staying longer in self-storage. And don't forget, the older your building, the older your self-storage facility, your lifetime of a customer, the length the customer stays will be longer, because you seem to, the way I look at it is, first year you have maybe 10 units, you sell maybe, I don't know, say you've got 100 units, and first year you sell 40 of those units, and maybe 10 of those are long term. And so then the other 30 recycle next year. So you've only got 90 units to go at. Then you might sell another 40, and 10 of those might be long term again. So then you've got 20% of your business is long term customers. So then you've only got 80 units to go at. And then what you'll do is you recycle, go around again, and you seem to gather more and more long term customers. That's the idea anyway. Okay, my friends, tomorrow I will be doing the figures for Willerby. All right, my friends, love you, appreciate you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.